In fact, what the UK acted as, so people understand the history of it, we acted as a safe haven for terrorist groups. We give safe haven.
London reacts as Sadiq Khan faces growing public pressure. You're not going to believe this. London is awake tonight not because of another transport strike, not because of a protest in Trafalgar Square, but because of a statement that has sent ripples through the capital. For months, concerns have been building. Housing, safety, transport costs. Everyday frustrations that Londoners talk about at dinner tables, in buses, in cafes. But now, those concerns have boiled over, and Sadiq Khan, the city's mayor, finds himself in the center of it all. And here's the twist: the issue isn't just policy anymore. It's about trust, about leadership, and about whether Khan can continue convincing Londoners that he has the answers. So what exactly happened? At a recent press event, Sadiq Khan addressed the rising criticism around London's growing pressures, crime levels, housing shortages, and the constant squeeze of living costs. His message was meant to reassure, to project calm. But instead, it sparked more questions than answers. Khan said, "London is facing challenges, yes, but we are making progress every single day. These issues can't be fixed overnight, but we are moving in the right direction." On the surface, that sounds reasonable. But in the context of growing public frustration, many Londoners felt it was tone-deaf. Because when you're paying sky-high rent, when you're worried about safety on the streets, when you can't get on the tube without another fare hike, "we're making progress" doesn't sound like comfort. It sounds like delay. And that's why the reaction was so fierce. Social media exploded. One Londoner wrote, "Progress? Where? My rent has doubled in 5 years." Another chimed in, "Londoners don't need reassurance, we need results." Within hours, hashtags like #KhanResponse and #LondonVoices were trending, with thousands of residents venting frustrations about their lived realities. But here's the part many didn't expect. The pushback wasn't just from ordinary citizens. Even insiders within the political sphere began murmuring that Khan's words might have done more harm than good. A Labour councillor told a local paper, "The mayor is in a tough spot, but Londoners don't want to hear patience. They want to hear solutions." Meanwhile, opposition figures pounced. A Conservative MP declared, "This is proof Khan is out of touch with real Londoners. Enough excuses, it's time for accountability." And just like that, what was meant to be a reassuring message turned into a political storm. Let's step back and ask, why does this matter so much? London isn't just any city. It's the beating heart of the UK economy, a global hub, a place where millions live, work, and struggle side by side. When London sneezes, the rest of the country feels the cold. So when Londoners lose faith in their leadership, it's not just a local issue, it becomes a national debate. Now, Khan has faced criticism before. He's been through heated debates on crime stats, air quality measures, and transport policy. But this moment feels different. Why? Because it's no longer about single policies. It's about a wider mood, a sense that Londoners are tired of promises, tired of progress reports, tired of waiting. And when a leader is seen as being out of sync with the people's emotions, that's when politics gets dangerous. Political commentators are already drawing comparisons. One analyst said, "This reminds me of moments when leaders underestimate public frustration. It's not the policies that get them, it's the tone, the feeling that leaders are not listening." That's exactly the dynamic unfolding here. And it explains why Londoners are reacting so strongly. The ripple effect is real. Videos are being shared, TikTok clips are mocking the mayor's words, and street interviews show residents shaking their heads, saying, "He just doesn't get it." At the same time, Khan supporters are pushing back, arguing that progress takes time and that quick fixes simply don't exist for problems as deep as London's housing and crime issues. One supporter wrote, "It's easy to criticize, but no mayor could solve these problems overnight. At least Khan is trying." And that's the divide: frustration versus patience. Impatience versus gradualism. So where does this leave Sadiq Khan? He's walking a tightrope. If he doubles down on "progress takes time," he risks sounding detached. If he pivots and promises drastic new measures, he risks raising expectations he might not be able to deliver. Either way, the public spotlight is now brighter than ever. This wasn't just a statement. It was a moment that crystallized something deeper, the growing gap between political reassurances and lived reality. And the question Londoners are asking tonight is simple: will Sadiq Khan rise to the challenge, or will this be the moment where the public decides they've heard enough talk and not enough action? Because one thing is clear: Londoners aren't staying quiet anymore. And what happens next may not just define Khan's leadership, it may shape the future of the capital itself.